is time to make our homes more efficient this winter. So we have Chris Allen from the Energy Store here to help us out. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
There are a lot of places in the home that people would not even realize that the cold air is coming from, and this can jack up your energy bill around this time of year.
Absolutely. Some of the biggest things we talk about when we talk about energy efficiency and saving money are air sealing and insulation. Your average homeowner is going to weather strip the front door, do some caulking around the windows, which is very important and it's great, but they tend to forget about the more important things. The more important things would be like your attic, sealing up the tops of your walls, we call them top plates, wire penetrations, plumbing penetrations, and then we get down in the basement, actually the top of your foundation, you have your sill plate and your rim joists.
And what are those? Because I have no idea.
That's actually where they begin building the house on top of the foundation. And as your house settles, you can imagine that cracks open up over time. And those can be very, very leaky areas of the home. So by sealing those up, not only are you going to save money, but the big thing is you're going to feel a big comfort difference in the house as well.
Well, and especially around this time of year when it's hot, cold, you never really know when to do some things like this. When is a good time? I know that we should have done it by now, but is it like around the October, November time, or is it kind of just when you stop using your windows?
Truthfully, any time is a good time. We do see an influx this time of year because it starts getting cold, and that's when people are thinking about it. But just as much as it holds in the heat in the winter, it also holds in the cooling in the summer. So any time is a good time. It's never too late.
Well, and this is really interesting that you bring this up because there's a lot of people that think it's all coming from the doors and windows, but like you said, a lot of it is coming from the attic area in our homes.
Absolutely. Definitely windows and doors are big areas for leaks.
Those are the most obvious.
Absolutely. And it's fairly easy even just for your average homeowner to seal those up, but the attics are definitely leaky areas.
So these are some of the places that you were discussing. I see there's a low insulation level over on the right side. How much is a good amount of insulation?
So generally in Massachusetts, building code is an R38. It varies per manufacturer and different kinds of insulation, but usually about a foot is building code. Department of Energy does recommend an R49, which would take you to about 15 to 18 inches of insulation.
Okay, and that'll really help keep the heat in and the cool air out in the winter, and also in the summertime keep the heat out and the cool air in.
Absolutely. Insulation is rated in R values, and basically what that is resistance to letting the heat out for you and the cooling in the summer.
That's really interesting.
The better your insulation, the longer you're going to hold on to your heat and your cooling and save money in turn.
Now, one thing that we have talked about a lot on Mass Appeal is Mass Save. What exactly is that, if you could describe it to everybody?
Yeah, so Mass Save is a program that's here in Massachusetts. It's free to have an energy audit, have them come out, do an energy audit, and that's really the building block of energy efficiency. Having somebody come into your home, take a look around, and at that point they can tell you different areas that you can, withstand to do some improvements and help you save money.
Well, this is the thing, is that you can maybe feel on the doors and windows where air is coming in, especially in the wintertime because it's cold air, but they're able to get into areas that we wouldn't even think about, and that's what's really going to help save us money.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Just because you can feel it doesn't mean that those are the only leaks in the house. A lot of it is very minute and it's very slow moving. But nonetheless, it's basically just dollars and cents going out through attic penetrations, through the light switches on your walls. Those will communicate with the attic and basement as well.
Definitely. Now, I am going to bring in my co-host, Mr. Danny New. Hello, Danny.
Good morning.
Isn't this so interesting? You wouldn't even realize that areas like our attics are wasting energy.
It's true, Chris. I was sitting there, mouth wide open, just no. Is this how my bill keeps going up? Because, this is like my first New England winter, and every single month it's gone up, my bills. I'm like, why is this? Now I'm thinking maybe it's the roof.
Absolutely. It sounds like you may need an energy audit.
Then you could get one from Mass Save. How easy is that?
Absolutely.
And it's very simple. It's it doesn't take very long. It takes like an hour or two, right?
Yeah, usually your typical audit is only a couple hours long, and again, it's free of charge to people. And they're going to go through absolutely everything. They're going to look at your appliances, they're going to look at your home, and they'll tell you any area that you can stand to save. And the nice thing is they do offer incentives towards you doing those upgrades, so it's a worthwhile thing.
That is fabulous. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure talking to you. I always learn so much on this show. I would have never known to check my attic.